Welcome to Yap's Money Life Show. Thank you for your interest and support to the show. Today, I would like to address the rumor saying that I am against property investing. Now, you see, a few days ago, a viewer told me that he got the impression that I am against property investing because that in the show, I always ask people to sell their properties. So, my answer is actually yes and no. No, I'm not against property investing because the truth is I do recommend property investment for our clients. Okay, my other associate, they also recommend property investment for their clients. The way we look at it is that property is actually a very important asset in the strategic asset allocation. To us, it is a must investment for every middle class. Why do I say so? There are actually two reasons. The first reason is that property is good for capital appreciation. If you invest into the right property and you hold it for a few years, you can see some handsome capital appreciation. That's number one. And number two is that there is a loan leverage opportunity. When you invest into any piece of property, for example, you only need to pay maybe 30% of the actual price. Another 70% of it, you can actually use loan. So when whatever return that you get, you actually are able to multiply your return on investment compared to if you were to fork up 100% of your investment. See, but however, I also believe the importance of diversification in order for us to minimize investment risk. Okay? What I am against is about putting more than 50% of your money into one asset class like property investing. In fact, I am against putting more than 50% of your investment money into any investment asset class, not just property investment only. Yes, the answer is yes. I am actually also against property investing when it's not done properly. You see, many people, when they actually invest, they invest more than 50% of their investable asset into property. Some even invest up to 90%, some even 100% into property investment. That's where I find that that is not the right way to invest into property. And a lot of time, I'll ask them to sell down the property portfolio that they have. That's where I guess the impressions form that Yap Ming Hui is against property investing because he always asks people to sell down. So don't get me wrong, I am against property investment when it's not done properly. So I would also suggest the viewer that you should not fall in love into any investment. No? Be it property, be it share, be it gold. They are just a means for us to achieve our end, which is to grow our money with high certainty. And don't be as obsessed with any investment at all. We must always learn to invest rationally. In this section, I will answer the question that I received from the viewers. So now I have a questions that I received from Jean. Jean is from Penang. Her questions goes like this. She said, "Hi Yap, I'm Jean from Penang. Always watch your Money Life show. My question is, what is your opinion on investing in EPF?" I guess she means ETF, or index fund such as S&P 500 index. If our desired yearly return is 10%, is ETF better investment tool than individual stock pick? Thanks in advance. So we have a very polite Jean from Penang. See, first we need to find out what is ETF. ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. Okay, what it is? ETF is an investment to gain an investment performance that matches the market performance of the underlying index that the ETF tracks. I am not so sure whether you are lost already, but let me give you an example. Say for example, ETF for KLCI, okay, is an investment that is used to track the performance of the whole KLCI. And there is also an ETF for Hong Kong stock market. There is also an ETF for like US S&P 500. So Jin, you asked me, is ETF better investment than individual stock? You see, to do well in stock investing, you need to have 3 important criteria. Number 1, you must have enough time to do the research, to do the investing. Number 2, you must have enough knowledge. You must acquire a lot of knowledge about stock investing. Number 3, you must have strong interest to enjoy stock investing. So if you have all these 3 important criteria and you are very sure about it, of course you can proceed to invest in the one stock, and of course that will actually will help you to do well if you are very sure that you have the 3 criteria. But I would still suggest you to rather invest into one stock. I would suggest you to build a portfolio of the stocks that will help you to reduce your investment risk. If you can't fulfill the 3 criteria that I mentioned, I would suggest that you use ETF to gain stock market exposure to achieve your investment objective. Okay? However, when we want to grow money with high certainty, we don't really have to force ourselves to choose one investment out of the 2 investments. We can actually use direct stock for certain asset class, and we can use ETF for certain asset class to achieve our investment objective. If you want me to answer your most burning questions about investing, about growing your money, about money, please feel free to drop me an email or WhatsApp me your questions. Now, I have a question from Jun Lee. His question goes like this. He asks, how then to recognize scams that are offered by legitimate financial institutions? See, for example, junk bonds and structured loans pushed by Lehman Brothers and offered by Standard Chartered Hong Kong and Hong Leong Bank Singapore. Okay, basically, June left the question in one of the comment section under episode 5, beware of the well-disguised investment scams. So I say that I need to answer this question in a more elaborate explanation. So here I am. Now, you see, before the year 2008, the bank in Singapore, they were selling a lot of this investment product, this kind of bond offering high interest rate. Okay, and when global financial crisis happened in the year 2008, this kind of investment tanked and the capital of this investment also gone. The fact is that not all the products offered by the bank are necessarily safe. We must always apply buyers beware policy. So I would suggest you to look into 3 factors before you invest into any product recommended by bank. The number 1 factor will be about underlying asset. You must find out, for example, if this is a bond investment, you must know what kind of bond are you investing into, what is the quality of this investment, why is this kind of bond able to pay you such a high interest rate like 9 or 10%. The second factor to look into is the risk factor. You should ask yourself, what will happen to this investment in the worst case scenario? Will you lose all your capital, or this investment will lose some money and then rebound? The third factors to consider is the percentage to invest. How do we do that? To do that, we must learn to categorize the risk nature of the underlying investment. So in this case, since it is a high risk bond, we should categorize it as a high risk investment asset. So when it is a high risk investment asset, maybe maximum we will invest only 1% of our investable asset into it. By doing so, we will be able to minimize our loss, even if when we make wrong decision. You see, what happened is that in Singapore, many bankers sold Lehman Brothers bonds as a low-risk investment product to the investors. So as a result, many retirees thought that it's a safe investment to invest, and they put a lot of money into this investment. So for us to grow money with high certainty, we must learn to invest with our eyes open wide. And it's important to always research before we part with our hard-earned money. Thank you so much for watching. If you wish to learn about how to grow your money with high certainty, please visit my website. If you find this video to be useful, please like, comment, and share. Have a great day. Hey there, if you like my video, please remember to subscribe to my channel.